mighty BC salmon fishery. The DFO had already warned that this would be a bad year for sockeye, the lowest in the 4-year cycle of the Fraser System fishery. But the latest numbers show it's even worse than expected. Ron Benzie reports.
There's no shortage of fresh salmon at this fish market thanks to stock that had been warehoused and frozen earlier in the season. Today, fresh spring salmon fillets are going for $24.99 a pound. And while the demand for BC wild salmon remains strong, this season salmon lovers are paying a premium.
This year the price, I say, stayed up a couple of dollars a pound more than it would have last year.
Okay. Is that a direct result of the supply?
It is. I mean, there's a bit at the beginning of the season, there's a bit of a fear factor put into it, so it sort of drove the price up initially, and then it never really dropped.
It's become an all too familiar sight. The Fraser River commercial fleet tied up at the docks. The fish boats have remained idle essentially for the whole summer in light of one of the worst Fraser River sockeye runs in 50 years.
This year, all the commercial fishing was shut down except for, I think we caught 16,000 fish. The Aboriginals in the Fraser caught around 500,000. We don't think there should have been any fishing at all this year, to tell you the truth.
Fishermen were already warned last year that this season's run would be especially weak based on the number of salmon that made it back to spawning grounds 4 years ago to birth this year's run. But even so, the preliminary numbers are still a shocker. On average, the number of returning Fraser River summer sockeye on this specific cycle has totaled 4.4 million. The numbers this year are 60% below that at almost 1.7 million.
Both fishermen and consumers for the fish that were there, and I'm talking primarily the Skeena River, which is near Prince Rupert, you saw an increase in price by about 25%. And I expect in the store, you probably saw an increase in price in the range of 50% or more, because there simply was a shortage of wild, beautiful wild sockeye salmon available in BC this year.
While this season's sockeye summer catch was a bust for BC fishermen, there is hope for next season, a cycle that is expected to bring promising returns.